Avocados are great, but only if you avoid these 6 dangerous mistakes after age 60. We're often told to eat more avocado. Doctors praise it, nutrition magazines call it green gold, and wellness influencers seem to toss it into everything. But here's what almost no one tells you: if you eat it the wrong way, this seemingly perfect food could quietly harm your heart, your liver, or even your memory. A 2023 clinical study issued a stark warning: just one careless step in how you handle avocado can increase the amount of oxidized fats by more than 187%, a major contributor to artery damage and inflammation in the blood vessels. And here's the scary part: up to 99% of people over 60 are making at least one of these 6 avocado mistakes without realizing it. Just mistake number 1 alone has been linked to a 47% increase in stroke risk within days, if not corrected in time. You won't see this information on any avocado label at the grocery store, and you definitely won't hear it from the superfood videos that go viral online. But right here, we're going to walk you through it clearly: 6 so-called healthy habits with avocado that carry serious hidden risks, especially after age 60. All of them are backed by published peer-reviewed studies from journals like the Journal of Nutrition Frontiers in Aging Neuroscience and Mayo Clinic Proceedings. You might think you're eating avocado to stay healthier. But without knowing these simple facts, you could be accidentally making your body more tired, sleeping poorly, and even triggering heart rhythm issues without knowing why. Before we continue, I'd love to hear from you. What state are you watching from? How old are you now? How many times a week do you eat avocado? Have you ever felt bloated, tired, or had trouble sleeping after eating it? We read every single comment, and in future videos, we'll address the most important questions that come up. If you find this video helpful, please hit like and subscribe. It helps YouTube send this kind of health content to more people who actually need it, and helps make sure you don't miss out on our upcoming advice. After 60, health depends on smart choices, not just doing something because we heard it was good. And now let's start with the first major mistake older adults make with avocado. Something more than 80% of folks over 60 are doing every day, even though they believe they're eating clean, eating healthy. Mistake number 6. Eating avocado while taking blood thinners. This is a serious mistake, yet it's often overlooked because most older adults have no idea that avocado can interfere with certain medications, especially blood thinners. If you're currently taking a medication like warfarin brand name Coumadin, this next part is especially important. Avocados contain a moderate amount of vitamin K. Just one medium-sized avocado can provide over 21 micrograms of vitamin K. That's about 26% of the recommended daily intake. And here's where the conflict begins. Vitamin K helps clot the blood, while warfarin is designed to prevent clotting to reduce the risk of stroke or blood clots. So if you're on a steady dose of warfarin and suddenly increase your intake of vitamin K, for example, by adding avocado to your diet every day, it can reduce the effectiveness of your medication without you realizing it. A 2018 study published in the American Journal of Emergency Medicine documented the case of a 68-year-old man who suffered a minor stroke after regularly adding avocado to his diet. He had been on a stable dose of warfarin for 3 years following heart surgery. But just 2 weeks after eating avocado daily, his INR level, a measure of how thin the blood is, dropped from a safe 2.5 to a risky 1.2. Dr. Robert Chen, a cardiologist at Mount Sinai Hospital, explained, "When you're on warfarin, the most important thing is to keep your vitamin K intake consistent, not suddenly increase it, and not cut it off completely. Making sudden changes to vitamin K-rich foods like avocado can create 2 dangerous situations: blood clots too easily, raising stroke, or clot risks, or blood becomes too thin, raising risk of internal bleeding, even from minor injuries. And it's not just fresh avocados. Avocado oil, guacamole, and green smoothies that contain avocado can all have similar effects. But many people ignore this because they think it's just a little bit, it won't matter. The solution isn't to avoid avocado entirely. You can still enjoy avocado, but the key is consistency. Keep your intake steady day to day and work closely with your doctor to adjust your medication dose if needed. It's also smart to check your INR more often, especially in the first few weeks after any change in your eating habits. Some of the newer blood thinners like apixaban or rivaroxaban don't interact with vitamin K. Ask your doctor if these are a better fit for you. And lastly, if avocado is already a regular part of your diet, be sure to tell your doctor. It's not about cutting it out. It's about making sure your health team has the full picture. Some of my patients eat half an avocado a day every day and have kept their INR stable for years. Avocado isn't bad, but it has to be used the right way, in the right amount, at the right time. Mistake number 5. Using unripe avocados in smoothies. You might have done this before you see the avocado is still a bit firm, but think the blender will take care of that. So you toss it in with a banana or almond milk, thinking it's a healthy choice. But here's the truth, using unripe avocado in your smoothies can quietly upset your digestive system, especially if you're over 60 and your gut's gotten a little more sensitive. The reason lies in a natural compound in avocados called persin. It's something the avocado tree makes to fight off mold and pests. When an avocado is ripe, persin levels drop significantly. But if you eat it too early before it's fully ripe, you could be getting 3 to 4 times the amount your body can safely handle. According to a 2020 study published in the Journal of Agricultural and Food Chemistry, unripe avocados contain 7 times more persin than fully ripened ones. Dr. Lisa Thompson, a gastroenterologist at UCLA, said she's seen many older patients come in with symptoms like bloating, cramping, diarrhea, and nausea, all showing up within a few days of drinking avocado smoothies. When she looked closer, she found a common thread: they'd all used unripe avocados, assuming once it's blended, it's all the same. But it's not just persin. Unripe avocados also contain tannins and resistant starches, which are much harder to digest. These compounds can mess with your gut bacteria, leave you uncomfortable, disrupt your sleep, or even lead to longer-term constipation. A separate 2022 study from Stanford University found that the unconverted starches in green avocados feed a very different set of gut bacteria than ripe ones, and can lower good gut bacteria by 23% after just 4 weeks of eating them regularly. And let's be honest, unripe avocado doesn't even taste good. When blended, it turns gritty and bitter, with a raw, grassy flavor that ruins your smoothie. You're also missing out on the heart-healthy, unsaturated fats that only fully develop as the avocado ripens naturally. So how can you tell if an avocado is ready? Simple. Press gently with your palm. If it gives slightly without feeling mushy, it's likely ready. You can also check under the stem cap if it pops off easily, and the flesh underneath is green. It's good to go. If it's brown, it's overripe. If the stem won't budge, it's still too firm. Want to ripen your avocado faster? Put it in a paper bag with a banana or apple. These fruits release ethylene gas, which naturally ripens the avocado in 2 to 3 days, instead of waiting 5 days out on the counter. But don't use the microwave or oven to ripen it. That just softens the texture temporarily. It doesn't reduce the persin tannins or resistant starch. You're tricking your fingers, not helping your digestion. Bottom line, avocados are only truly healthy when they're fully ripe. And if you're over 60, your digestive system will thank you for waiting just a day or two longer. Mistake number 4. Leaving the avocado pit in to keep it from browning. This is a kitchen trick many folks swear by. Maybe your mother told you. Maybe you've said it yourself. Leave the pit in and the rest of the avocado won't turn brown. Even today, this tip is all over social media and cooking shows. It sounds logical, but unfortunately, it's not true. In 2019, researchers at the University of California ran a simple experiment. They cut 100 avocados in half. Half of them were stored with the pit and the other half with the pit removed. All were refrigerated under the same conditions. After 24 hours, they used digital imaging to measure how much browning occurred. The result: the ones with the pit had slightly less browning, but only in the tiny area directly under the pit, which made up less than 2% of the surface. The rest of the exposed avocado browned just the same pit or no pit. Dr. Sarah Martinez, who led the study, explained that browning happens because of an enzyme called polyphenol oxidase. When the flesh of the avocado meets oxygen, this enzyme triggers a chemical reaction that causes the surface to turn brown. The pit doesn't prevent this, except for the small area it physically covers. Here's the bigger issue: because people believe leaving the pit in keeps it fresh, they often leave half an avocado in the fridge longer than they should. According to the FDA, improperly stored avocado left for more than 48 hours can grow Listeria monocytogenes, a dangerous bacteria that can cause bloodstream infections, meningitis, or listeriosis, a disease that kills around 260 Americans every year, mostly older adults or those with weakened immune systems. Thankfully, proper storage is easy. Just brush a little lemon juice on the cut surface. The citric acid helps slow down oxidation. Then wrap the exposed side tightly with plastic wrap and refrigerate. Using this method, researchers found that avocados kept their color and texture well for up to 72 hours. If you eat avocado often and want extra convenience, you can buy a storage container made just for this. Some even come with a small tray for lemon slices, which keeps a gentle acidic environment around the fruit. According to a 2023 test by Consumer Reports, these containers kept avocados fresh for up to 5 days, with no pit trick required. Mistake number 3: eating avocado even if you know you're allergic to latex. This is a quiet connection that most people don't know about, yet it sent thousands to the ER with severe allergic reactions that seem to come out of nowhere. If you've ever felt itchy, developed a rash, or had discomfort when wearing latex gloves, holding balloons, or tying rubber bands, you should be careful with avocados. This isn't just a theory, it's a well-documented medical condition called latex fruit syndrome, or latex fruit cross-reactivity. Here's what happens. Avocados contain proteins that look very similar on a molecular level to the proteins in natural rubber latex. So if your immune system is already trained to react to latex, it may also overreact to avocado. A study published in the Annals of Allergy, Asthma, and Immunology found that over 53% of people with latex allergies also react to avocado. Dr. Jennifer Patel, an immunologist at Johns Hopkins, explains that reactions can vary. Some people just get an itchy mouth or a scratchy throat after eating guacamole. But others may experience throat swelling, shortness of breath, a drop in blood pressure, and even go into anaphylaxis. One case involved a 34-year-old nurse with a mild history of latex sensitivity. Just minutes after eating guacamole at dinner with friends, she began struggling to breathe. Her blood pressure plummeted. She needed an emergency epinephrine injection and was rushed to the hospital. Doctors said if help had come just a few minutes later, she might not have survived. The tricky part, many folks don't even realize they're allergic to latex or don't know it's linked to avocado. The protein that causes the reaction is called class I chitinase. And here's the kicker: it's not destroyed by cooking or processing. That means avocado oil, baked avocado, avocado-based dressings, even mashed avocado in a sandwich can all trigger a serious response, just like raw avocado. There's also the issue of kitchen cross-contact. Many cooks wear latex gloves when handling food. If they touch an avocado and then prepare your meal, you could react even if you never directly eat the fruit. And it's not just avocado. Other fruits in the same risk group include bananas, kiwis, papayas, and chestnuts. A 2019 European study of 500 latex allergic patients found that 89% reacted to at least two of these fruits. If you've ever shown signs of latex sensitivity or felt strange after eating any of these fruits, it's important to talk to your doctor and get tested. Two helpful tests are the latex-specific IgE blood test and a skin prick test for common reactive foods. And here's the hard truth. If you've been diagnosed with latex fruit syndrome, there's no safe way to prepare avocado. Even a small amount, like a bit of dressing in a salad, could cause a dangerous reaction. So please let your doctor know if you've experienced any of these symptoms. When dining out, always ask about ingredients, because avocado is everywhere, now sauces, toast, even baked goods. And if you've had a strong reaction before, always carry an epinephrine injector EpiPen. It's a small step that could save your life. Avocados are great, but they're not for everyone. And if you happen to be sensitive, knowing how to avoid them doesn't just help you feel better. It could keep you safe. Mistake number 2. Eating avocado seeds because you think if it's a superfood, every part must be good. In recent years, there's been a trend making the rounds on social media, grinding avocado pits into powder to add to smoothies, bake into muffins, or even eat raw. People call it the forgotten secret of the superfood, as if the seed is the real treasure inside the fruit. But I want to say this clearly: eating avocado seeds can cause serious harm to your digestive tract, your heart, and in rare cases, it can be life-threatening. Yes, it's true that a 2013 study from Penn State University found some antioxidant compounds in avocado seeds. But that same study also warned avocado seeds contain over 100 times more persin than the flesh of the fruit. Persin is a natural toxin produced by avocado trees to defend against pests and disease. In small amounts found in ripe avocado flesh, it's harmless. But in the concentrated levels found in the seed, it can be dangerous, especially for your heart and nervous system. Dr. Michael Roberts, head of gastroenterology at Cedars-Sinai, shared that he's had to perform 7 intestinal surgeries in just 2 years, all linked to avocado seeds. Most patients thought they were doing something healthy, only to end up in the ER with severe abdominal pain, bowel blockage, or even a punctured intestine from undigested seed fragments. You might think I blend mine well, it should be fine. But here's the truth: household blenders can't pulverize the seed completely. Even tiny fragments, invisible to the eye, can be hard and sharp enough to scrape your intestinal lining, causing inflammation, tears, and long-term damage. The California Poison Control Center reported a 400% increase in avocado pit-related calls from 2019 to 2023. Common symptoms include severe constipation, bloating and nausea, unexplained fatigue, irregular heartbeat. In rare cases, symptoms that mimic cyanide poisoning. Yes, you heard that right. Avocado seeds, like apple seeds and bitter almonds, contain compounds that can convert to cyanide in the body. The levels are lower, but if consumed regularly, they can build up over time. A 2021 FDA report warned that even a small amount of ground avocado pit may contain enough persin to damage heart tissue in lab animals. There haven't been human trials for ethical reasons, but real-world symptoms have lined up exactly: abnormal heart rhythms, chest discomfort, and long-term fatigue. We live in a time when health hacks spread fast, but that doesn't mean they're safe. No reputable nutritionist or medical expert recommends eating avocado seeds. And if someone tells you otherwise, they may be prioritizing views and clicks over your well-being. If you love nature and want to make use of the seed, great. Use it as fertilizer, natural dye, or even carve it into crafts. But do not eat it. Avocado seeds weren't made to be eaten. And no potential benefit is worth risking your gut or your heart. Mistake number 1. Cooking avocado at high heat. Turning a superfood into a health risk. If you've ever grilled avocado, fried it into a crispy chip, or tossed it into a hot skillet for a quick stir-fry, you might be unknowingly ruining most of its nutritional value and possibly creating harmful compounds in the process. It might sound tasty and convenient, but the truth is, avocado was never meant to handle high heat. The main fat in avocado is oleic acid, a heart-healthy monounsaturated fat, known to reduce inflammation, balance cholesterol, and support your blood vessels as you age. But this type of fat is extremely sensitive to heat. Avocado oil, for instance, has a smoke point of about 271 degrees 133 degrees. Yet most cooking methods like roasting or frying easily exceed that. When this happens, the fat not only breaks down, but transforms into substances that can be harmful. One study published in the Journal of Food Science in 2020 showed that heating avocado oil to 356 degrees 180 degrees for just 10 minutes produced aldehydes, compounds that can damage your DNA at levels higher than what the World Health Organization considers safe. According to Dr. Patricia Williams, a biochemist at Cornell University, when avocado is overheated, it can also create hydroxy-non-enol, a compound linked to cell damage, long-term inflammation, and a higher risk of cancer, especially in older adults. Beyond that, high heat destroys many of the nutrients that make avocado so valuable. A food analysis found that frying avocado slices for just 5 minutes caused a loss of 89% of its vitamin C, 76% of its folate, and 65% of its vitamin B6. Even more concerning, when avocado browns or develops charred edges during cooking, it may generate acrylamide, a potentially carcinogenic substance also found in burnt toast and overcooked fries. A 2023 European study discovered that grilled avocados contained an average of 185 micrograms of acrylamide per kilogram, a level considered too high for safe consumption in older adults. And then there's the taste. Instead of the creamy, buttery texture that makes avocado so enjoyable, high-heat cooking leaves it dry, stringy, bitter, and oddly grassy. So while avocado is still an excellent food, rich in fiber, good fats, and essential nutrients, it's best enjoyed raw or added to warm dishes only at the very end. Whether spread on toast, stirred into a salad, blended into a smoothie, or spooned over warm rice just before serving, that simple timing change makes all the difference in preserving its benefits and protecting your health. That's why many professional chefs today have completely removed hot-cooked avocado dishes from their menus, not just for nutritional reasons, but because customers simply don't enjoy the taste. So how should you eat avocado the right way? It's simple. Only add avocado after your food has cooled below 140 60 degrees. Use fresh avocado in salads, sushi, sandwiches, or mix it into oatmeal, pasta, or grains only after they've cooled a bit. For roasted dishes, cook other ingredients first, like corn, onions, or bell peppers, then stir in avocado once everything has reached room temperature. Some modern chefs even use a smoking gun to give avocados a grilled aroma without applying heat. The result, a subtle smoky flavor while preserving all the nutrients. The bottom line is avocado is a gift from nature. But like all good-for-you foods, it has to be used the right way and at the right time. After age 60, your digestive and cardiovascular systems need daily protection. And one small change, like not cooking avocado too hot, can help you enjoy all its benefits without the hidden risks. Now, even though avocado is a wonderful food, it's not something you should eat carelessly. Avocado has real power if you use it correctly. It can support your heart, reduce inflammation, nourish your brain, and improve your mood. But if used the wrong way, it can silently cause harm without you even realizing it. Today, we explored several truths that most people never hear, like how improper storage can affect safety, how high heat destroys key nutrients, and how avocado can interact with medications or trigger allergic reactions in sensitive individuals. These may seem like small details, but knowing them can make a big difference in your daily health. Now we'd love to hear from you. Were you surprised by any of these mistakes? Have you ever had a bad experience with avocado and didn't know why? Please share your story, questions, or comments below. We read everyone, and we respond with care and attention. If you found this video helpful, please click like, share it with loved ones, especially older adults trying to eat healthier, and subscribe to Senior Health Roots so you don't miss the next video. Thank you for staying with us until the end. We'll see you in the next episode. And remember, it's never too late to live well if you start making the right choices today.